just too crazy. And we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that when we get there. So I'm gonna get started in about 10 minutes. I want to give people an opportunity to come on, but showing you the real numbers. If you know somebody that would benefit from that, get them on this call. I'll take this group right here that's on this call right now, and we'll do this. Okay? I'm not scared. I've done it. I've seen it done, and I've done it 100 times. We're going to take this group. It's right here. A dedicated handful of our family here coming together to take this to the absolute billion-dollar big dream that we all have. I'm going to show you how it's done in 10 minutes. Angie, Melody, I loved this today, girls. Freestyle all you want because I love it.
Bravo. I just watched that video you put in the leaders chat with Gloria Mayfield. And I was like, Gloria Mayfield, I know that name. I know that name. She lived here in Boston for some time. And I was like, wait a minute, wait a minute. So we listening to her story, talking about she started off in Detroit and she came to Boston to work at Polaroid. And I was like, bingo, I knew it. I knew it. So she worked at Polaroid with one of my friends. Before she passed away to cancer. And so she was actually on one of her teams, I believe with Mary Kay or something. And so I remember, being in college, still trying to find my way at a community college, traveling out to Boston with my little kid. And that was like my first experience. Really, really shy. But just sitting in the kitchen at school and like doing facials. I mastered how to do facials, but I never mastered how to put on makeup. I was just like, I don't have time for this, and I think I'm allergic. So, but just watching her story and seeing how she pushed through, domestic violence, marriage, and just pushed through being separated and a single parent, and she kept pushing through, and she was exposed to someone who um, was doing network marketing. And she asked her, well, what is it that you do and how much you make? And she's sitting there with her mouth open for like 30 seconds. And then finally she said, I make what she make and then some. And so that was, the seed was planted by her going to this training, this workshop. And she was introduced to this other young lady who was like in the top, top in her industry at the time. And so that is the importance of training, because to be honest with you guys, I am still fueled. My fire is still lit from coming from Indianapolis, Indiana. And although I got sick and I haven't been feeling well with the sinus and the migraine, I took something last night and I was just like, I'm getting up and I'm doing this presentation because Dr. Roz is gonna go sing and do whatever she have to do, and the team is gonna step up and help out and support. We got this. And so, I'm still excited. Like I reviewed over some of my notes and I was just like, okay, we're gonna get everybody in. And we're going to start them off with the cleanse on January 6th. And then from there, we're going to say, you book your party, you book your party, and you book your party so that your friends and family could learn about these wonderful business and these wonderful products that work, right? And then from there, once we do your party, and if anyone's interested in the business, then that is your business launch. We're going to launch you that day. How does that sound? So I'm just like getting creative with what my strategy is going to be for 2024. And so I'm excited. I'm just excited. So I hope you guys are as well.
We show these numbers in 4 minutes. It's going to blow y'all's mind. I'm not kidding you. You won't even believe it. I didn't even believe it. I had to go back and double check. I was like, wait a minute, hang on. Because I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the volume it creates. I'm going to show you all. And I'm not even talking about a team. I'm going to take you as an individual and take you right through. You're going to see it's serious business. And we can all be there very, very quickly. So I am so excited. Perfect company, perfect product, perfect pay plan, perfect energy, perfect family. We're all here. Perfect name in the hands of God. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I told somebody the other day because they called me and were talking to me about it. And I said, look, here's what I believe. If you can't do this one, you can't do this industry. This is as good as it gets. So let's zero in on how to do it and let's go from there. All wonderful stuff. Seriously wonderful. I'm excited. You know what? I'll take a whole room full of newbies, way over a whole room full of old, crusty has-beens any day. I'll take a whole room full of newbies because their hearts are open, their minds are open, they're not stuck in the mud. And, you know, the truth is that that's what by the way, that's what I've loved about our first boot camp and then also over in Indiana, our boot camp in Indiana. I love both of these because to me, just being around the industry as long as I've been around it, that was so fresh. Oh man, that was fresh and new. And I was like, there's such a good energy in the company. There's no reason that we're not going to be exactly where I know we're going to be. Okay, so I'm so excited about it. I don't even know what to say. Training starts for this handful of people that's on here. I'm so excited for all of us. Training starts in 1 minute, Angie, Melody, Dr. Roz. We're getting this thing going. It's going to take about 15 minutes is all, unless I really start rambling on, maybe 20. Okay?
Scott, we'll take all your time, okay?
Oh, you got it. You got it.
Right.
I love it.
We're getting ready to kick it off. It is now 12 o'clock. Training is about to begin, you guys. We're going to say boot camp part 2, part 3. We have Mr. Scott Reese, who is an amazing pastor in the Virginia area. He has over 20 years of experience in this industry. You guys get ready. He is about to take Akana to $1 billion big. And what I love about Mr. Reese is he is a product of the product as well. He is not only just our boot camp trainer, he's also a client. Lost over 30 pounds of waist, you guys, not weight, waste, by doing the Flat Belly Lifestyle Challenge along with us. And so now he's able to share his testimony about how Akana and Flat Belly Lifestyle saved his life. And we are that his life has been saved because now he is here to help take us to the next level. Are you guys ready? Give it up for Mr. Scott Reese.
Yeah, I'm in the house. I'm in the house. Hey, I got to say this. I've really enjoyed this. This last 15, 20 minutes of this freestyle, you guys, has been a blast. I mean, I've had so much fun because this is where we really get to know each other, right? This is where we really get to hang out and enjoy each other's company and all that goes with it. I am on fire right now because I just love when I start digging down on the compensatory model, the money, when I start drilling down on it, when I start seeing what's in store for us, for all of us, for you all, I just look at this from the standpoint of just saying, oh my goodness. I mean, the more I see, generally, the more I find out about a company, the less I like it, to be honest with you. The more I find out about this company, the more I love it. Love it, love it. The way this has been designed and the things that have been given and added on and put together here are so significant that when I start to really look at this and the percentage of gain that you all have the ability to do growing simple teams. First of all, can I show you something I showed a long time ago? Some of you may have seen it. Some of you may not have seen it. Let me just go all the way back in this thing because I want to show you something that is, to me, is so significant. First of all, I call the, let me share my screen with you first of all, because I got to do that first if I can. Hang on. It's important that you see what I'm about to show you because I call this basics. I'm going to cut through this so fast, but I call this basics. And this is a basics slide presentation. I did take have a peek at this all the way back in boot camp at my camp in Virginia. And it's really just a quick overview in your mind. So it's not about you guys that are super leaders. It is, but it's really about the people that don't have success. If you want to have $1 billion big success, not about us that can do this. It's about the people that can't. You may have heard the statistic. It's the 90%, right? Who are they? Well, they are that group of people. It's actually more than that if you must know it. But that's the group of people that never have success in this. And here's the truth. When they say 98% of the people in network marketing fail, it's actually a percentage of a percentage. It's more than 98 because they're just counting the people who actually do it, who actually work, not just the ones who sign up and do nothing. So it's even greater than that. So in other words, if you can get that 98% moving, or a portion of them even, success is guaranteed. It starts with a mission mindset. You got to have this thought in your head. The most important person I'm going to speak to today is the next person that I'm going to talk to. Whoever it is in your business circles, in your business world, as you're talking to people, the most important person is the next. Focus on one person at a time and give them your energy and time, and you'll see this thing coming together. Does all this seem simple? It is. The truth is, it is. Who are your go-to people? Think about your team. Think about, if you don't have a team yet, think about the team you want to develop. Maybe it's somebody outside your team. That's okay. Okay? Might not even be your most successful team members, but people that share your heart, your passion, that you get along with, and start to have executive team meetings of your own. Bring your team together. Sit down for coffee. Sit down to talk to each other. Sit down to have a moment, have a business meeting, and literally start to put your executive minds together. Okay? I live my life by something called system plus spirit equals success. Any system done perfectly is a perfect system. You have to add your passion, your effort into the system. I call that the spirit part. Success is simply a result of doing a great system and putting your effort behind it for real. That's it. That's all there is. The last rule here is never give up. The biggest never in this industry, in fact. Just don't give up no matter what. And you're probably saying to yourself, it's pretty simple stuff, Scott, right? It is simple. It's very simple. But here's the thing. Do you realize that most people just don't take this step? Here's what happens. And I don't want to come across as someone that's ever bashing gurus, okay? I've been called a guru. I don't like the title. But the truth is that people who have this elevated level of doing things, and man, they're good at it. They're good at changing a no to a yes. They're good at posturing themselves for success. They're good at all that. There's nothing at all wrong with learning from them. But the 98% needs something else. Okay? If we're going to go $1 billion big, the 98% need reality. And the reality is, if we all focus our minds on doing the main thing, and that's the main thing that we do, and we do it over and over and over again, we will get $1 billion big. So what's the main thing? That should be the next question. Here it is. It's a simple thing. You've seen me present. You've heard me, many of you, present, and I just keep doing this thing. And I know some of you are believers in it and some of you are not. That's okay. But I'm trying to help you understand that if everyone focuses on two people, that's it. Two people. Then your business will grow and you will succeed. And what does that mean? Well, I want to encourage you today to focus on two people and help them get there too, and so on and so forth. But I don't want you to stop there either. Now listen carefully. I don't want you to get discouraged. You could stop there and it would grow. But today I want to talk about exponential growth. And that is when you tell everybody on your team, hey, we're going to push really hard to try to get an extra 2 every month. And we're going to do that for 15 months. 15 months. In other words, you're going to commit in your mind and heart. And I know it's tough. You're going to commit in your mind and heart to getting 2 in a month. Customer, business partner, whatever it is, 2 in a month for 15 months. That's all. That's all you're committing to right away. And you're going to push, and you're going to have everybody in your group do the same thing. You're going to say, we're all going to commit to that. How many people is that in 15 months? That's 30 people. That's a lot of work. But remember, I just put my Post-it notes up like I showed you last week. I go through my stuff. And I try really hard. Sometimes I might only get to 20 or 15, or sometimes, I stumble a little bit, but I'm teaching everyone to duplicate. And let's take a quick look. Can we look at that? What that might look like? Because what I'm about to show you is going to blow your mind. All right? I'm going to go through it with you right now. As a matter of fact, let me see. I'm going to show the, how about this? How about if I show the, I'm going to go like this and I'm going to show the screen right now. Hang on. Because that's what I want to show. And I'm going to ask you right now if you can see my Excel spreadsheet. Can everybody see that?
Yes.
Can somebody? Okay, thank you. Month one, I want you to notice, first of all, you're at the top of this. I'm just counting you as number one. Okay. And then over there on the right, see the top red bar? It says total team growth. That's your team growing as everyone keeps bringing two in. And then I'm going to say that everyone's spending an average of $100 monthly. And you can do $10 a month. You can do $50 a month. You can do whatever. But I'm going to say everybody's spending an average of 100. So let's look over at month one. You brought in your two people. It took you an entire month, and your total team, counting yourself, is 3. Month two, those 3 people you included, in the next month, you're going to bring in another 2 people, and your 2 people are going to bring in 2. That's all your expectation of them is, and you're working really hard to walk them through that. You're taking them to the app. You're showing them how to use the app, which, by the way, the next training, whenever we have that, is going to be on the app and literally going through and how to use it to send out stuff and information. But those 3 people bring in 2. That's a total of 6. See it there under your first column? Those 6 people in month 2 and the total of others that you brought in is 9. See the right-hand column as it grows? Basically, every time it grows, that group of people under total team growth now is responsible to bring in 2 people. So it grows and it grows. The number on the left is how many new people are actually coming in. And then I add that to the column on the right. This is exponential growth. So for example, if there are 81 people in your team on month 4, and they all bring in 2, that's 162 you can see in month 5 in the new column, and I add those together for a total of 243. You guessed it. And so this number just keeps going like that. Do you notice in month 6, if everyone's purchasing $100 worth of product, your volume there, just raw volume, is $72,900 a month in 6 months, asking everyone to commit to 2 people a month, including yourself. Someone didn't believe the other day. They were like, I don't even see how it's possible. You said, that your team grew to 2 million people in that company and so on and so forth. And how's that even possible? Well, I'm showing you. Okay. It wasn't magic. It's not because I'm some guru and I go out and, do all this. Am I capable of doing that? Yes, I am. And I have. But the bottom line is I've found my real success in this industry in helping people do the simple thing. Get 2. Simple. Look at month number 9. Month number 9, literally, you have 13,000 people that came in brand new because everyone's pushing to get their 2. That's a total on your team of 19,683 people. And that is a monthly volume. Everybody listen carefully. A monthly volume. You're looking at it. We're getting volume now in the millions. Do you understand? Look at month 12, 354,294 new people. People just aren't used to seeing these kinds of numbers because billion-dollar big, this is what it looks like. Your team now has over 500,000 people in it. Month 12. No one's doing anything more than bringing 2 people in a month. 2 people a month. 2. Everyone's committed to do it every month for 15 months. Committed. 531,441 people. And you can see the volume, can't you? 53 million on your team. your volume. Let's go down to month 15. There are 9,565,938 people. For a total team, that's new people, for a total team of 14 million plus people. Seem impossible? It's not. The volume in your business, I don't even want to say the number. Congratulations, you're a $1 billion big team. Over $1 billion. So I can tell you very, very plainly, these numbers are based on something so simple, so clean, so real, that is the reality of the business. Now, does it seem impossible? No. This is called exponential growth. This is called power growth. This is called the way this is, it walks itself up step by step. And notice, all we're saying is our expectation of an individual who actually wants to go into business. Now, you got people that you'll bring in that never do anything. They were never serious about business. But if they're serious about business, they know two people who they trust, who trust them, and they can get them started. What if you only had 10% success of those last numbers we just saw? What if you only had 10% success over 15 months? Not everybody got there too. Some got none, some got one. But what if you had 10% success? What's 10% of 1.4 billion? What's 10% of 10 million? A million. What's 10% of 100 million? 10 million. That even 10% success here is massive volume and massive success. But it won't get done unless it gets done by you. $1 billion big. I was at a company giving a speech like this one and talking to them, and I had been talking to them for some time. Some of you have heard me say this, and I've been talking to them and talking to them and talking to them and talking to them and talking to them. And I said, okay, so can we make a commitment just for 3 months? I tell you what, I'm gonna ask for you to stand up if you're gonna commit for 3 months. I'm just gonna have you stand up in the room for 3 months. I just want to see, and I said, if you can't do it, please don't stand. Of course, that's a lot of pressure on people. Some are going to stand and whatever. So they stood up, and I said, okay, so you're committed to getting 2 people a month for 3 months. I know it's hard. I mean, that's 6 people. That's a lot. But you're in business, and you're committed to this. Now, I'm telling you, if you just got 2 and that's all you ever did, and you taught them to get 2 and taught them, it's still a huge business. Even if it's just 2 and that's all you ever did, it's all your people ever did, it's still huge. But if everybody commits to roll for a year, for 15 months, even for 3 to 6 months, your business will explode. So you commit first, and you ask your team to commit second, and don't start looking for the next great guru. I'm going to sign up 50 people, 100 people, this, that, the other thing. You know how much money has been spent on gurus in the past year? It's billions of dollars. What people spend on gurus and what they actually make in the industry, spend this much, they make way down here. I'm telling you, network marketing was designed for just a few people, to get a few people, to get a few people, to get a few people. And if we go back to the basics of the concept of the original intention of direct sales, network marketing, MLM, whatever name it has today, then you'll understand the power is in the few. Because you can't have a couple, 3, 4, 5, 6 leaders get all the people. It doesn't work. It sustains, but it doesn't work. If everyone commits to go out and find a few people who they trust, who trust them, and it starts growing that way. And if you want to see exponential quick growth, the whole team commits to 2 every month for a certain period of time. You decide with your executive team. You sit down with your executive team and you say, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to do it for 2 months. We're going to do it for 4 months. We're going to do it, whatever you've got to do, and set your mind. Your mindset is crucial here. Set your mind. That's what you're going to do. And remember, you may not have a month where you grab 2. You may only get 1, but growth is growth. And when you commit your mind to hit a mark, even if you miss it to some extent, you're still moving. You're still growing. You're still pushing through. Oh, my friends, I can't tell you how big of a deal this is. I can't tell you how big it is. 2. At that meeting where I gave that speech, they committed, a group of people committed there. I think there might have been as many as, I don't know, 20, 22 maybe that committed. The company was $1 billion big inside of 15 months. Many of them were making significant checks. And the truth is, we can do this. We can do this. This group right here on this training right now. Do I got any magic tricks for you? I've studied over the past 35 years with the greatest of the greats. They're all wonderful. I got nothing bad to say about any of them. But for the average person, for the new network marketer, for the brand new person coming into the business, I still go back to the same old saying. How do you eat a chocolate elephant? 1 bite at a time. 2. Teach them to do the same thing. Teach them to continue to do the same thing. Teach them to commit to it and 2 a month, and get your team to commit to 2 a month. And when you sign people up, you tell them that. Your expectation is that you'll go out and find 2 right away, and we're going to try to commit to 2 a month for, put a number on it, a year. I use 15 months because it's amazing. If I go past 15 months, the number is so astronomical, I think it's too mind-blowing. It's almost too mind-blowing as it is. You might go back to 12 months. It's your call. You have to do the work for you. I can't do it for you. We've got a great app that's rolling up now, and you can send things and all that. Our next training, I don't know if that's going to be next. It probably will be. I don't know if we're going to have training on the 23rd or not. I think, no, that's actually 22nd, I think. No, it's the 23rd. 23rd is next Saturday. I don't know. Just stay tuned to your calendar and look for what that looks like, and we'll go from there. I'll be here if we have it. But what I want to say to you out loud is, my friends, this is all it is. There's no trickery. There's no anything. Send them a video from your app. I'm going to show you how to do that. Send that in. Do what you must to make that happen. And this is such a big deal. I can see some of you you're committed to the 2 per month. Someone I'm accepting the calling. I commit. If we do this, even just a few of you, and we really step forward and give it our all. Like I said, we may miss it 1 month, but I know you can. Treat a business like a business. Go through the process. Make your calls. Send your texts. Get them to move through this process. We are going to do this together. By this time next year, all of you on this training call right now, all of you can be a completely different space and a completely different place. You must believe that you can achieve and then set out to do it. Now, this presentation's been more motivational than it has been, training slides and so on and so forth. But if I hadn't seen this with my own eyes and lived it in my own life, I wouldn't sit here and tell you about it. I love that you're committing. I see you. I see you saying this is what you're going to do. You're stepping in. You're doing this thing. We together are going to walk through this. And I get it. Some of you are going to struggle with this because it is tough. But even moving slower is still moving. What happens if you have great success in 2 years? What happens if you have moderate success this coming year? What happens if you generate a salary of, say, I don't know, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month? How quickly can that happen? Set your commitment, set your sights, plan your day, set your hours, make your calls, send your texts, send your emails. Remember the 5 things every time you work? Well, make no mistake, that adds up over time. Remember, my work day is 3 hours, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I do 5 things on those days. That's 20 things a week. Me getting 2 people in just means I've had 10% success on my calls, emails, and texts. Sometimes I might not get that. Sometimes I might get 0. Sometimes I might get 4. But I just keep going consistently. My team does it consistently.
Morning. Good. How are you?
Going and doing what we do. I want to say this
Pretty
without,
puppy.
I want to say this without any hesitation. I want to thank you.
Yeah, he's
I
just
want
a
to thank
year
you for your
old.
commitment. I see that we do have a little bit of.
Oh yeah, no, it's okay. Come on.
You guys can mute your line. I'd appreciate it because I'm about to close. Yeah, just mute your line out for me. I would really appreciate it. I want to say this to you out loud. It's easy for me to sit here and say all this. This is not an easy task, what I just gave you, but it's doable by everyone you bring in the business. I could go through a whole lot of stuff and I could say this and talk about this. I could show you something, pull this down, scroll over here, da, 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 da. It's just too much. 2 people that you know, or maybe 2 off of our leads programs when that international piece launches and all that goes with it. I'm excited for you. Let's do it together. My friends, I want to thank you for coming to this training. I want to, if I don't get to talk to you before, and we may have a training next week, if I don't get to talk to you before, Merry Christmas to you. I really mean it. And I thank you for your commitments on this call. It really means a lot because this company deserves a chance. It can help so many. I believe it will save lives as it has mine. So let's go out and do this thing. I want to thank you so much, and I want to appreciate each and every one of you. Have a beautiful rest of your Saturday. Thanks for coming to the presentation today. And know this, it's in God's hands and always has been. Everyone take care. We talk soon.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Have an amazing economy.
Bye, Scott. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes. Yay.
So much fun. You guys have a beautiful day.
You
Happy
too.
holiday, everyone.
Angie, we finished, correct?
Yes, we are. I'm just trying to change the picture before we.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Enjoy your holiday season. I look forward to seeing you soon. Definitely in my prayers and chanting. You and your family. Do the same for me and mine.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.